Hey everybody, Afro Gamer Richard here, and I am finally back. So as you may have noticed, I've not made any videos for a while, and this is due to not playing Destiny anymore, as the game's grown stale for me. And to be honest, I've not played it for quite a long time, so hence the lack of videos. So as you may see here, I've been playing the Division beta, and I played the alpha back in December, and I've been waiting so patiently for this beta to come out. And as we're coming into an end of it, I thought I'd just make a quick video for you guys. So as you can see here, I'm standing outside the base of operations. Now this is your go-to building in the game. This is where you get all your um, upgrades, your missions, all sorts of stuff from here. Your abilities, just everything to do with the game so far that I know of is all linked into this building here. So as you can see, it's quite a big building. I don't think you really get full use of it, but it's quite a lot to do in here. So first thing you notice as you walk into this decontamination area here, you see this board. So in the beta, only the medical wings available to make any upgrades in. The tech wing and security wings are both unavailable just now. As you can see in the top right hand corner, 2 of 30 upgrades done, which is 6% there. Okay, so let's just pop in through here and we'll show you this quickly.
Better you than me.
Okay, so as you can see here, this is your main area as you walk in. This has got all sorts of vendors in here. So you've got weapons vendor, gear vendor, mods vendor, so that's mods for your weapons and whatnot. This board here, I can't actually do anything with it at the moment, but once you complete certain missions, things like that, you can come back over here, just hold your X button on it and you'll get new missions on there, which is pretty cool. This is an area that you can't actually get into. I don't know if they'll open that up in the future. So what I'm going to show is quickly, obviously the tech and security wings are offline, so I'm not going to go into those because there's nothing there. So the medical wing, so basically you have to do missions on the game and they unlock certain things in the game. So to open up this area, I had to go and rescue a doctor, and then it opened up the medical wing, and then it allows me to upgrade it. So there's only 2 upgrades available in the beta. As you can see here, the clinic and the quarantine zone. So basically what it does is when you upgrade these or unlock them, it actually unlocks abilities. So it unlocks a skill there for you, which lets you heal yourself and teammates, which is pretty cool, and it also lets you carry +1 medkit, which comes in quite handy. And quarantine as well, as you can see there, skill rewards. Once that's unlocked, you actually get to upgrade your skills, which is pretty cool. And there's also a perk as well there. Not that that matters in the beta due to the perk system being unavailable also, but the skill rewards there, I'll just pop into my inventory quickly and I'll show you this. So this is your HUD basically, lets you do everything in the game, obviously all your menus and settings, inventory. So this one here, abilities. So what you can do is, as you can see here, on your skills you've got a base skill and then you've got 3 modifications which you can select 1 out of the 3 from at any time, but you can change it at any time so you're not stuck with it. And you've also got a master upgrade as well. So if I just tap X on here, as you can see, so that's your base skill there, and then you've got 3 different ones to select from. I'm not going to read all this out. What you can do is just pause the video on it and have a wee read. And they really do significantly change the way the abilities work, so that's really cool. I'm looking forward to testing out all the other ones. So you've also got up on the top here talents and perks, so we'll just skip through these. None of them are unlocked in the beta. I don't really know any information about these, so I'm not really going to try and guess. They're keeping it all quite hush hush at the moment. There might be some stuff leaked online, but nothing that I've seen as of yet. So I'm really looking forward to that because that's quite a big talent tree there. I don't actually know what they're going to do. And you've also got perks as well. And I believe the perks you can switch between each of these at any time as well, just like your abilities, and it kind of just changes the way that you play the game, I suppose. So depending on what kind of situation you're facing, you might want to switch them out. So back out of here, and I'm just going to run through to the main area again just to show you something before going to the inventory.
What are you looking for?
Okay, so this is quite a big thing here, this stash box. So whenever you're playing not the quarantine, sorry, the dark zone, you get quarantined items which you have to extract whilst in the dark zone. And once you do, if you just come back into here, and anything that you've extracted will actually appear in this box. So I'll just open this up quickly, and what you need to do is, once you're in here, so this is all my inventory items here, which I can store in there. It's just like a kind of a bank. I'm not too sure what stash is yet. I'm not seeing anything about that as of yet. And we've also got extracted. These are the ones that have been taken out, extracted from the dark zone. So as you can see, I played the dark zone earlier on, so I've got a few new weapons. So I'm going to take these out in just a moment. I'll just flick through quickly. And there's some weapon mods and whatnot as well there, so it's really quite cool. I'm just going to send all these to an inventory now quickly actually, and then equip anything that's okay. So I just need to store some stuff in there. Oh, seems to be glitching out. Anything that I don't need, so let's stash, send to stash. Okay, extracted. How many more items we got? Send to inventory. Cool. Okay, so now I've got those out. I'm just going to open up my inventory here and see what we've got. So your mods here, there's quite a few different mods by the looks of it. Obviously depending on the weapon type, depends on what mods you can use on that weapon. But there's so many different types between muzzles, grips, laser sights, reflex sights, ACOG scopes, full sniper scopes. There's so much there to choose from. It's really looking like it's going to be quite an in-depth detail to the customization in this game. So we'll just go into have a look at some of this stuff here. So what you can do is when you're on an item, you can just press Y just to hover over it and compare. So I'm actually going to equip that one because it's got so much higher armor. So as you can see here, each one of these has a different item highlighted. So the far right, that's your skill power, so that makes your skills more effective as you use them, the higher that number is. This one here is your DPS on the far left, which means obviously the higher that number is, the more damage you're going to be outputting. So that's quite a handy number to have as well, so you really need to balance these across all of your equipment, whether it be weapons and armour. And you've also got this one here, which is your health, so obviously the higher that is, the higher your health is as well. Okay, so that's the three basics there. Let's see what else we've got in here. And what you can do as well, you can actually just press left trigger on stuff which is marked as junk, and you can either quick sell all the stuff that's marked as junk, or you can deconstruct it, which gives you materials for crafting. There's actually blueprints, things like that you can find in the game, and then you can actually craft new items with them, whether it be armor, mods, weapons. I'm not too sure because it's not available in the beta either. So let's just go and mark those two there, because we'll get rid of some of this stuff. And what else we got here? Oh, it's a tough call. I think I'm going to go for the laminate bag on this one. It's slightly less armour on it, but it puts up my skill power quite a lot as well. So let's just quick sell a couple of these things. So this down here 0 of 6. I'm not sure if this is upgradable or not, but that's for your dark zone. At the moment I can only loot 6 items at a time. Once I've got 6 items I can't pick anything else up in the dark zone until I've got to an extraction point and extracted those items. So that's really important that you pay attention to that, just in case you come across some good gear or something like that whilst you're in the dark zone, but you're like, bugger, I can't pick it up, and you don't want to leave anything behind. It could be quite frustrating, so just bear that in mind when you're doing that. Oh, also, sorry, I forgot to mention as well, in the inventory, obviously you've got a few things here, some other tabs here, so this is just all your stats and whatnot for your character, and obviously they change depending on what items you got equipped. Your weapon damage, critical hit damage, things like that and stuff, and any bonuses that you acquire through your armour. Pouches, now this is your basically pouches for grenades to show how many you can hold, your consumables, which is obviously like restoring health and things like that and whatnot, your ammunition, lock picks and keys and med kits, and also this thing here, crafting resources, or crafting sources should we say on here. So this is for crafting items, so there's all different things you can craft out of these. You may notice the different colours, so they're your different tiers of loot, obviously gold being your highest tier, grey being your bog standard common stuff. So keep an eye out for things like that as they appear on the minimap as you're running around the game, because they do appear quite often, so just keep an eye out for them. And the last tab in this is appearance. Now this is probably my most favourite tab, because above your armour and weapons, things like that and stuff, you've got cosmetics. So as you can see here, just selecting new items changes the gear that my character's wearing. And being the beta, there's actually, I'm just going to scroll down quickly and show you just the stuff that I've found. There's going to be so much more out there as well, and there'll be so much more in the final game as well. So there's quite a lot of customization in this game. Really looking forward to finding some more stuff on this as well. It's just, yeah, customization is a big selling point to a game for me. Don't want every character running around looking the same, do ya? So yeah, so that's my character. I think it's looking pretty cool at the moment. Kind of gone for the urban look, just to kind of blend in with my surroundings a bit. Now this glowing box here, these are scattered all over the game, and they'll come in especially handy during missions. So this is a restock, so you just hold X on that and it replenishes all your ammo for you. So what I'm going to do is now I'm actually just going to show you the first mission in the game, which is the only mission available on the beta, but I've played it, I don't know, over half a dozen times at least. So you just come out of here, and I believe it's just over here to the right hand side. I do have to say, this is such a nice looking game. A lot of people have actually slagged it off, saying that they really kind of made it look so much nicer in the E3 demo in 2014, I think it was. But there's not a single game that's tech demoed at E3 that looks as good when it actually comes out. Not a game that I know of anyway, but to actually make it look this good for the size of the map as well. The map's going to be pretty big, I think. So yeah, I think it looks really nice. You get snowstorms drifting in, and it gets really foggy as well. It just adds so much more depth to the game. So what I'm going to do is here, this is your mission, so Madison Field Hospital. So I'm going to replay mission on this. I'm going to put it onto hard, and I'm going to go to matchmaking and start matchmaking. And hopefully, so down in the bottom right hand corner there, you just, once that pops up, you just press your right thumbstick in and it will add you to the game. They have already started.
Another agent has joined your team.
Ah, that's fine, they're not too far in. I'm actually just going to change weapons quickly because I'm using the AK-47, but I actually prefer the military scar H, and I'm just going to modify this quickly. So the muzzle,
If
I'm
you
just
patch
going to
me to
swap
the
the muzzle
security
over.
system, I might be able to find Candle's location.
And
Patched in. Let's see what I can find.
that's a new sight. I
Can you
haven't
see the
actually used this one
CCTV
yet.
feed? Looks like Candle and her
So
staff
to
are
look
being
down your
forced to
sights
treat
when
their
you've got a
wounded.
scope equipped to your
That's the only
gun,
reason they're still alive.
just tap your right thumbstick in. Obviously it zooms in a bit there because it is just a red dot sight on this one. But if you've got a proper scope, you can look down the scope and zoom in with snipers and things like that, and your ACOG scopes, which is pretty cool. So I'll just run through here now,
It looks like
catch
they've
up
got
with these
people
guys
upstairs
and do a bit
in
of the
restaurant.
mission.
There's a lot of these guys.
Honestly, even
If
though,
you
like I
use
say,
cover,
this
you
is
should
the
be
only
able to
mission
pick
in the
them
game,
off
there
without
are,
making
not
yourself
in the game, in the
target.
beta, there are side missions and things like that, but they're not really that too in depth. So as you can see there, I just fired a projectile, which is a sticky bomb, and then you just press your button again to detonate it. Yeah, as I was saying, so anyways, this, even though this is the only mission available, it's been so fun. Like I say, I've done it well over a dozen times, I'd say, half a dozen times I'd say, probably about 8 or 9 times now, and it's still really fun. Oh, I can't believe you survived. Gotcha.
Additional hostiles
Cheeky little
detected.
blighter. Come on, jump down.
Warning. Additional hostiles detected.
Right, so as you can see, these guys here with the yellow health, they've actually got more shields on them, and they've also got higher health as well, so they take a bit more of a beating. They're more like, they're kind of elite characters. Well, oh, get off. Whew, got stuck on the wall there. Oh no, you bugger. Can't believe I went down. Sometimes when you're trying to escape, you end up sticking to cover, which is kind of annoying, kind of like the old Gears of War way. That's actually one of the first times I've died playing the mission, believe it or not. Happens to be the time when I'm recording. Typical that. So yeah, these guys, they take more of a beating because obviously they've got more armour. But when there's 4 of you fighting against them, they're not actually too bad. I believe there's one more. Yeah. Right, so that's them taken out.
Candle and her staff are still
So
upstairs.
just over here there
Stashed in
should
the
be a
kitchen at
restock
Cody's.
crate. Yeah, there we go. Get some ammo back. So these beams of light, that's actually loot, just so you don't miss it.
Word
They've
is that
made it
they've
quite
really
easy for
trashed
you
the
to see
place.
them.
It would have broken my dad's
It's
heart
just,
to see it go to hell like this.
Catch up
We
with
used
these
to watch
guys
games there together.
before they disappear up the elevator.
I think it's better my folks didn't live to see any of this. But then I think about all the
Come on,
people doing
sunshine.
their best to keep going. That's who we do this for, Agent. Go get him.
Awesome, here we go. It's actually quite a short mission, it doesn't take too long. This is probably the longest part just as we're going into now. We've got quite a lot of enemies in here. But this is where you meet the Doctor, and this is the Doctor that opens up the medical wing in your base of operations.
Being treated there before they got shot. So be careful.
Here we go. So as you can see, there's also a few red barrels kicking about, and you know what red barrels do. You shoot them, they explode. Boom. So much fun. Oh man, I can't believe I missed with that. Shocking. So the purple guys, they ain't as tough as the yellow, but I tell you what, they still give you an absolute beating. Whoa. As you can see, stick your head out a couple for too long and you get absolutely battered. This it really is focused quite heavily on the cover in this game. Launch grenade in. Have that, you bugger. Come on. Your health does regenerate. As you can see, I've got 3 bars there of health. Now it'll regenerate up to the end of the first bar, and then after that you need to use some kind of ability or health pack or something like that to restore your health even further. So as long as you don't die, if you just keep your head down in cover, you should be alright. Let's get these buggers killed. Come on. This geezer's standing there. Who's he think? Oh no, I don't believe this. Are these guys just sitting back? What are they actually doing? Explain why it's been so hard if they're just sitting there. Come on, lads. Thank you very much. So again, like so with Gears of War, you've got the down but not out, so you can actually pick up your teammates before they die, before they bleed out, which is quite cool. I'm glad another game's using that. So this is the doctor that you're here to rescue. Right, so we've got a group of enemies that are just the way to come in down the end here.
Warning. Hostiles detected.
Unbelievable. So it's a matter of just suppressing these guys. They do just keep coming. For a wee while anyways. Get a couple of waves of them, and then after this we get to go into the boss fight, which is pretty fun as well. So another criticism that people have been having about this game is that it takes so much damage to kill a human. So, well, yeah, it does, but obviously if you're upping your difficulty, they've got to up the health of the enemies, I think, as well. So I think it's actually quite a balanced game. Obviously, depending on your skills as well, depends on, well, your skills depend on how many fucking times you have to shoot an enemy before you actually kill them. Makes a huge difference to the game. Whoa! Nice. Gotcha.
The escort
Don't
party's
believe
taking
that.
heavy fire
Happy
from the
days.
roof. They can't move until you get
Right,
up there
so
and
we're
take
gonna
down
head
that
through
gunner.
and fight the boss now.
We're pinned down. There's no way we'll make it across alive unless someone can get up there and take out the big guy.
So yeah, it seems like it's quite an
All yours,
action-packed game in the missions. I'm hoping it's going to be quite a good story to it. Obviously, we know what's happened. There's been some kind of biohazard containment or breach, should we say? So they've had to contain it in New York City. And I'm not too sure what the storyline is behind it, where it's come from or what. Obviously that's what the division's for.
Alpha
You're
escort. We have an agent on the roof.
a member of an
Candle made it
elite
to your
group or
position.
something like that,
Affirmative.
and you go in just to
The hostiles on the roof are gone.
Okay,
We'll
gun
get her
ammo.
across safely.
Just to go and obviously try and sort out New York City really and contain it before it breaks out to the rest of the world. Right, so as you can see here, this is the final boss arena now. Sweet. It's quite some good damage there. Nearly 5,000 damage on that geezer. So the boss is hiding up the back at the moment, so he don't really bother you too much just now. Not until we take out this first wave of enemies, and after that he will probably jump down off the roof.
Warning. Additional hostiles incoming.
Right, he's moving closer. He's moved down behind the cover now. Alright, so enemies, you can see which enemies are waiting to throw a grenade. If you shoot them before they actually throw the grenade, they drop it at their feet and blow themselves up, which is quite cool. Forgot about the zoom in. Whoa. This boss absolutely gives you an ass kicking, like he's got a minigun and he rinses your health so much. As soon as he starts shooting at you, you really need to take cover. I've not actually come across a sniper in this game yet. I know they exist because I've seen people earlier on doing this mission using them. But yeah, I've not come across one myself. I don't know if you just modify just like a rifle and put like a sniper scope on. I don't know if that would work or what. I'm not 100% sure on that. I need to look into that. As you can see here, it's giving us an absolute beating. Ah, I fired that too far. Noticed that ammo can be an issue sometimes. You've got sidearm with infinite ammo, so you're never out of ammo, but I've noticed my primary weapon seems to run out of ammo quite a lot, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. There we go, that's the boss just gone down. Nice, got some blue loot out of him, which is pretty decent. Just got to finish these guys off now and then we'll collect the loot. They should actually stop spawning now. Get him out of cover. There we go. Brilliant. Not too bad. I only got the one bit of loot there, unfortunately.
We're off to a good start.
But yes, that's obviously
Wish I could have had your
it's the
back out
core
there, but I
mechanics
think
of
we
the
make a hell
game.
of a
It's
team anyway.
it's a
When you get back
cover-based
to the base,
RPG,
we'll talk to
third-person
Kendall, and we'll see
shooter.
what she can do for us.
I actually got two bits there, so I've got a weapon and a bit of armour, so that's not too bad. So yeah, so that's the end of that mission. So once you've done that, all you have to need to do is then just bolt back down to the starting area and go to your base of operations just across the road, and that's when you can start upgrading it, which is pretty decent. So to get out of here, you just zip line down this elevator shaft, which is, I think that's brilliant. You can actually go up the way as well on those as well. They come in really handy in the dark zone, so keep an eye out for those green ropes. There we go. Just drop down, and you can also press B just to jump off early if you want to as well, but don't really want to do that because it actually damages you. Takes quite a lot of health off. So yeah, so that's that's it really. That's the beta for the Division. Like I say, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Now I've got to wait until next month now, 8th of March it comes out, and then hopefully I'll get to see what the rest of the game's all about. I'm really looking forward to this. Like I say, this is just the beta. There's not a lot of content in it, but even for a beta, it's kept me playing solid for a few days, which is pretty impressive, I must say, because some games you play you can complete in 6 or 7 hours the main story, and this one here, I mean, I've been playing it for, like I say, the whole weekend now, and it still kept me going with just one mission. So hats off to Ubisoft on this. I'm really impressed, and I really hope to see a lot more of this game in the future. I'm looking forward to the DLC they bring out for it as well, seeing as they've already announced all that. It's looking like a really strong lineup for it. So hopefully this game will keep us going for hopefully a strong year, I'd say, at least, providing the multiplayer keeps us going as well. So yeah, there we have it. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to hit that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to keep up to date with all my future videos. Well, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you later.
That's one down. Press the attack.